Hey artists, today before you start your salt dough, you need to go outside and gather some textures. Remember, texture is the way that something feels. So if you pick up a leaf, a flower, and it feels kind of lumpy bumpy, that's probably going to be perfect for our salt dough. All right, go ahead, gather your textures and meet me inside to make our salt dough clay. Okay, so when you have all of your really pretty greenery found, you're going to take your clay and you're first going to go ahead and break it up into even sections, or as even sized as you can possibly find. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take one of my first things. I think I'm going to take this sage. I found some herbs from my garden that I thought would be really pretty, and I'll make a little thing to hang up in my garden. So I'm going to take some sage and I'm going to take one leaf to start out with. I could use a couple, but I think I'm going to start out with one. And then I'm going to take one of my clay balls and I'm going to first roll it in between my hands. I'm going to make sure that I make it really smooth. If you look at the difference between this one and one that is not done yet, you can really tell that it's really smooth. Take your time. You can also roll it on the table if you'd like. Then when you're all done with that, you're going to take that clay ball, put it right on top of your leaf, and then take the palm of your hand, that's the flat part of your hand, and smash down really gently. Don't bring it down on your fist because that's going to make for uneven clay, but take your palm and smash down nice and evenly. Then when you're done, you're going to flip it over and very carefully and very gently remove the leaf. Now my leaf is very thin, so if I wanted to go ahead and kind of rub it one more time with my fingers to make sure it really got in there well, I can, but I want to make sure that I don't get my fingerprints on top of the clay. If I want to very carefully move it, I can, but I don't want to handle it too much because I think it looks absolutely beautiful. So you're going to do the same thing with all of your others and keep on going until you get the entire thing done with a variety of leaves, flowers, plants. Another thing that you could do is you could go ahead and smash it flat before you put the leaves on it and then put the leaves on top. So if you're dealing with something really delicate like this baby's breath that I got from a flower bouquet, you can go ahead and do that. I don't like to do this for everything because it does end up leaving some fingerprints sometimes if you're not careful. This last part is optional, but I'm going to take a straw and I'm going to stamp some holes into my clay. That way I can make a beautiful hanger for my garden when I'm all done. Last but not least, take them to your oven and bake them at 250 degrees for about 1 to 2 hours, depending on how thick they are. You don't want them to be squishy at all when you touch them. Now remember, you need to have an adult help you with this part. Wait until they're cool, and when they're completely cool, we can add some color. The last step is to add some color, baby color. You can use anything that you've got. I have watercolor, so that's what I'm going to use on mine. It'll also make a really nice light color. You can use regular paint. You could even probably use markers. One thing that you also could have done before you started this is you could have dyed your salt dough with food coloring. That's up to you. Come up with a creative way to display your clay. I'm going to take a twig or a stick and use some string and tie them up and make a beautiful hanging for outside. What can you come up with? Can't wait to see it.